Why are we really here, chat? Is it to stream? Is it to record YouTube videos? If it's a YouTube video, are we really here at all? These are the questions that lead me to drink.
Good going, buddy.
Also, welcome. Hello, Cuddle Bear. Enjoy your suffering? That's messed up. Is that how it's gonna be now when I close my eyes?
Yes. Wait till you see the one with the chick in it. It's gonna be a good one. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What the hell is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this.
Can I just
Detectives
gaslight
need to be
myself
able to
into being a
think.
good detective? No, that's not it. Really, I feel super good.
That's not really true. Your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more.
Wait. Need a drug?
You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
Yeah, what is speed?
Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover. How else did you think you even got up from
remember,
this
chat, we
floor?
don't do drugs. We pull one out for the dead homies.
It's power, man. It's professionalism. It makes you feel like you're young again and ready to detect.
Although those are some pretty good buffs.
The world.
No, I can't take this. I'm not going to go looking for speed.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically,
it's a party drug.
Week.
Hey,
Let's
Bo.
be honest. 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
It's a lie. I can do this without the speed. Half the town won't be dead.
Suit yourself. Slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
You know what else is a party? A jump scare. Or the incredible opening scene that Bo missed. That I bet if Bo had seen it, he would have been like, that is the...
Lilburn one smuggest.
I even called it. I even called it. Oh. Congratulations. You're a terrible individual. That was your third jump scare, which isn't a 10 pull. In Butters and streaming, you love me streaming. Say go. Okay. Just say go. Just say go so we can continue with the game.
Butter.
Or post an emote. Oh, thank God. Whoa, those are some high quality carrots.
Whoa.
Whoa. You got a little one pat. And a little one plum. Here you go. Let's enjoy. Much food, very eat. Okay, let's see if I can fix this.
Hangs on the bathroom wall.
Okay, no, these are still locked.
Your face. A door.
I'm investigating the 15th Indo tribe. Of course. Wait, can I pick up the... I should be able to pick up the bottle in my own room.
The window stands broken in its frame.
Good morning, friend. Never mind. Good morning, lady.
The door is closed.
Did me really failing the seduction check just like... Is she alive in their room? Why can't I talk to her? Oh. Good morning. Sleep well? I didn't.
Morning.
Give you a quick nod.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy.
We should talk to them.
Okay.
Why do we need to talk to them?
Everything points to the dock workers' union. The belt used for hanging him, tracks in the mud, the circumstances in Martinez.
That
and
is true.
preliminary information. Which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy.
What do you mean rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here.
Why,
They prefer to
TK?
be policed by the union. These men here. Men who drink
Yeah?
beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
Are these the men Gart told us about yesterday?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty,
Are you-
just like the manager
Let me point
said.
this in your face. Is it helping? Is it helping?
One loose thread less
Ooh.
to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
Oh, immediate quest complete.
There's so many of them. Maybe we should call in reinforcements.
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the
Okay.
death of 2 detectives might not warrant another
no.
war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
Let's
One more
roll.
thing before we do. We don't
Oh.
have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
I have no business, I don't think.
Good. A power move.
Oh,
Purposefully concentrate on something else first. But
okay.
aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave.
I
They
really
think
want to
they
do a
own
power
the
move.
place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
I wish I could sing karaoke in front of them. Also, I think we have like 2 points now. We, I know a saving point in here for another one of these. Yeah. I want to put my other point into... God, I love drama, I love suggestion. Yeah. Let's manipulate the masses. Let's manipulate the masses. Let's manipulate the masses. Cause we are a cop. Okay, I'll get some more information and
Inside,
talk to him
you
after.
see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the
Tap on the
soft
preheater
as you
gauge.
tap on the gauge. The indicator
No, that's enough fun with
I've
the
done that
foldable
before.
headlights. I know they are
Not as much as you
mesmerizing.
love
They're
fishing.
also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on
3,
for
2,
you
1.
again.
I'm on to you, TK. I see the signs. I called it. I was
Lil
prepared.
Bun
I
Run
was
Bunk.
ready. I was ready. I was ready. Get ready. Get ready. Okay, now I don't want you saving up your rolls because it's going to be hard to remember. So, gotcha time. When you say go, I'll post an emote. You get your 3 rolls. And yes, Coda, Fort of Bunnerland. Butter, 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 ba, 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 ba. You got a rainbow carrot. A green carrot. Whoa. And a little buddy once said, oh boy. Oh, that sure is an emote on the Discord. The worst thing I ever drew.
You heard back from the ICP about serial number.
Yes. The
It's
armor
raining.
was produced by
Wait, this is the wrong
Fairweather
overlay.
in their facilities in Betancourt,
Here we go.
sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de
Dead
Pharmacie,
indeed.
a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Semenine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
You know what it's called now?
The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinell, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
It makes sense.
Bit of armor like this would have been customized for the wearer. Must be a record of the person whom it was issued.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
Yeah, please do try. You heard that we learned whose armor this was.
Sure. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information for you then. Just a moment.
You think yeah?
Come in, officer. Over.
I'm not telling them I lost
Roger
my gun.
that. 10.
No. You know, we're not even going to need chat. We don't even need those answers because we're going to solve the murder today. We're going to solve the murder today. Morning. I don't have your money.
Can I help you?
Out my bill for night.
Got the 20 real?
Oh.
Then why are you wasting my
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Just a moment.
Hey, chat, you guys spare me like 20 real? Please, I need somewhere to sleep tonight.
She's agitated, judging from the way she
Is that-
keeps pulling at the frayed
don't like the
edge
union?
of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
The cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Sorry, man, I didn't mean to use ultra conversation. That's 4, not 3. 5. I don't know, I don't trust you throwing stuff at me now.
Howdy, Lena, what's kicking?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
Oh.
A faint smile tells you she appreciates the effort, but at the moment her mind is on more serious matters.
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Ow.
Wait, what's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
Oh. I'm trying to
Why would he
investigate
be
a murder.
vague about phone problems?
Oh, chat.
This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Oh.
Why'd you use phone anyway?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night. But they're still missing, and I haven't heard
Oh
from them.
no.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Okay, I'll buy it. Your husband got missing before.
That's just it. This isn't like him at all.
Your husband
He
isn't the
always
dead man
plans
out
his
back, is he?
expeditions so carefully.
I don't need a jack-o'-lantern.
But you have more important things to worry about.
God.
What is this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant
looked like a
Gary are
unicorn.
studying an extremely
picture.
rare species
Make
of
it like
insect.
that.
But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
Mentioned traps. Could there be some problem with them?
I doubt it, sweetie. The traps aren't big enough for humans to get caught
Oh.
in them. They're for the insect.
I mean,
Anyway,
yeah. He looks
Do
around.
it. Find him. This will surely lead to a mystery with that extremely rare insect.
How are you? I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Yes, please. Some science fiction is exactly what's needed right
Yo,
now.
science fiction
Spice up
time.
that vanilla murder investigation.
This sounds like police business. I'll help you find your husband.
Are you sure we have time
Even
to
though
go
you wouldn't give
chasing
me
after
money
bug
yesterday.
hunters just now? I did suggest we played cool, but
I've already given my word. I'm not bound to uphold it.
if you say so.
Oh, thank you, officers.
Ken.
Truly, I'll be right here if you come across any sign of Morel.
Your money work for it? I am. I'm solving a murder. And I'm a communist.
So your husband's some kind of scientist.
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
Oh yeah, I know all that though. I bought some Dogecoin. It's a zoo animal, and it's a crypto.
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
Yeah. Cryptoids.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
She's used to playing off such insults casually,
Aww.
but they still affect her.
Not cool,
My
Kim.
apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear.
Once
It's
again,
a
Kim, not
subfield
cool.
of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is
Oh, sweet, my
difficult
number
and
one.
often thankless. And frankly, many scientists are too
I
lazy
hate that I
to
know
do
who you're
it.
talking about from that description.
Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
The quality of research at Revacholian universities has been on the decline, but you doubt there was ever a time when cryptozoology was embraced by the academic elite.
I get a +1 because I have the green 8 pin. Maybe you could convince her to tell me about some cool cryptids.
Sometimes
Yes.
the most charming thing you can do
Yes.
is be reasonable in your
I love being
requests.
reasonable.
Tell me about one, just one interesting cryptid.
I suppose you could use a break and I could use a distraction.
Yeah,
One
screw finding your
cryptid,
husband.
Like you said. One. This can't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza. We have things to do.
Cryptid extravaganza. I like the sound of that.
And I don't. Just one.
Aw. Hi, hun.
Ooh, tough choice there.
Oh,
Very cryptid on the pin you gave me.
Yes. It's the kind green ape.
yo.
Half war story.
Yeah, I know
Half
cryptid
undiscovered
bun.
species in the genus Homo.
And I know a homo. Pepper. Homo sapien.
Yes, it was reported by soldiers in South Safra during the war. The kind green ape would visit bunkers
Hey, Yu-Gi-Oh!
during the night,
As well,
healing
welcome.
wounded soldiers with its saliva.
Fast and Furious is the best anime I've ever seen. I haven't seen it. I can't confirm.
Wow, with its saliva.
Yes, it has amazing healing qualities. Some soldiers reported growing back limbs,
Wait,
regaining
that sounds
their
very
sight.
useful.
There was something about an undiscovered subspecies of man.
Indeed, there is. It's
I'm
our
watching Fast and
closest
Furious 7 in
relative
Japanese.
among the
Why?
cryptids.
Why?
Same taxonomic family, different genus. Which is to say, the kind green ape is a species with which we share a common ancestor and that evolved parallel to our own. Just like your partners.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure Kim's the same species as us. Yes, otherwise it's stupid.
The lieutenant looks at you.
Look, I'm not going to
Pleasantly
insult you, Kim, even though
surprised.
you insulted her.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to imply that Saolites are inferior to us in many ways. You are superior. For example, your earwax
what is?
doesn't have a foul
you
odor
for your
like
reminder.
ours does.
Oh,
A tremendous evolutionary advantage, I'm sure. But perhaps we've had enough speculative biology for today.
I did say I'd only talk about one.
This has been educational. Sadly, we need to discuss something else.
Of course, dear.
Tell me more about morale, looks, character, your relationship.
Oh, dear. I'm not sure where to begin.
What does your husband look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work.
Is he real?
He's quite gentle.
Let's try again. If I were to try to meet him on the street, what would I look for?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame. And he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just
Okay,
in
guys,
case.
taking notes. You're going to be quizzed on this later.
How long have you been married?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary,
16th, not
but I like
60th.
the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
Okay.
How'd the two of you meet?
Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to
Aw,
get
hey,
back
nothing
into
wrong
the
with
scene
that.
after recovering from my accident. And he just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
He smiles wistfully.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
He's rich, isn't he? She killed him. Hid the body.
I think I have all the information I need to move on.
I hope I've been useful.
Tell me more about this rare insect your husband looked for.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But
There's an
I
abstract
shouldn't
about
bore
Jeffrey
you with
Steven. I got TV to go and
entomological
Baby
minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
I want to hear about the insect.
Well,
Ah, yes.
I'm going to skip through it.
Oh, yeah.
where other fads meet, hence
I knew it.
it's not it's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
Yeah.
They have cool powers.
Yes, it can
Makes you think it's
blend
around here.
well. Of course,
Newspaper
most
clipping.
plasmid-sided.
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
Seem real excited about the cryptid.
I suppose I have
is
something of a
World's Greatest
personal
Thief, but I'm going to try and
connection
steal
to
one
the
Little I know so.
plasmid.
No, you're
All
thinking of
scientists
Bunathy.
have their little hobby horses.
I'm not Bunathy. I'm Disco Man.
Those are dangerous. It's valuable.
Oh, I doubt it.
Okay, moving on.
Dear. Morel can explain it all much.
You know,
Of course, officers.
Oh my god.
Is
I was
there
gonna
a
skip through
particular
this.
cryptid you two are interested
The hell
in
with it. Let's have
learning
more
about?
cryptids.
Are there any invisible cryptids?
hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
Right, okay, we can move on for now.
It'd be dishonorable to really
He nods approvingly.
promise. But he said, why the hell? He said he was happy with more. And then he got mad at me for trying to do more. Oh, what you cooking? Yeah, looking.
The man ponders his cooking utensils.
Nothing. Okay. Hello there. Girl from yesterday who was not spying on me.
This.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Are you threatening me? I have a torch, ma'am.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
I just want to know more about the place where I checked out. This normal.
Yes, extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
I knew.
So
I
let's
didn't know
get
that
to it.
much.
You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right. Even though there's like a lot of men on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
What's your role in all this?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
What if I want to talk to you, not Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority.
She's
In
angry.
Martinez, you are no one.
Why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just
okay.
dock workers.
He believes in ACAB.
Just dock workers? Do dock workers spy on the police? We let you off easy, miss. Don't think it will happen again.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're
His
their
stream is
bodyguard.
blank. No, it's you, Max.
Oh, yeah.
So ask what you
okay.
came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's ask those questions.
Let's.
Wait,
Aggressive?
no.
Just duck.
Listen.
Foggy.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
I like that. Good start. Let's take a step further. Armed uprising. What are the union's plans?
Look, a comedian. Do your job.
Oh.
Ask your questions. Then get out of Martinez.
Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary.
What are you going to do to me?
Also, be right back. Okay. I've got food. So, I'm going to let the imaginary voice in my head do the talking.
What are we going to do
Like-
to you?
Starts laughing. It's cold laughter devoid of joy.
The union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
What's the difference, am I right? Look at these socialists. Don't even believe in our glorious communism.
Uh-huh. Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM
What you got, me?
who do
Oh, nothing.
things to people.
Got myself
But we
teriyaki
digress.
chicken and rice. Is a both spitting it, reeking of tobacco. Wacky tobacco. What does it mean? No rules, toting guns. Okay.
This is where you say your bit.
You sound like a pirate. Matey.
Yo,
Detective.
We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
oh, he smells like Lynx Africa.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them. Do a head count first.
Okay.
Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Missing one.
Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. In his 30s. Overbearingly masculine. Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Probably mid-50s. Smoker. Quiet. Across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots. Size 43. Gang tattoos. Mesk or Sarah Mauritian. In his late 30s, early 40s. He spent his youth in Villa Labos, a housing project in the Jamrock Quarter. There were incarcerations, hard to say what else. The ink is fading. And then, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 46, the big dick, wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips, rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars, a little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
What the heck is a plectrum? And the little guy?
Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and two
Well,
front
need a
teeth.
toggle for golding
missing.
and fish bars and eating. I mean, if you want to take a selfie.
In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy, boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
One of them is missing. The odd shoe.
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella?
Man in the backyard, did you do it?
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Little window view.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck?
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor?
Yeah, why?
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to
I believe it.
him.
I'm pretty thin here. I could shave, I guess. I don't know if you would clear it from using the loincloth.
We did this together. All of us. Until he was dead.
That's it. Game's
why
over.
There's
You got
a
the
container
perpetrator.
belt around his neck.
No, you don't. What you have is 7 honest men who thought it forthcoming to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an
I want to ask about the
anti-Earth
8th guy
tactic.
still.
Yeah, how did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
This is where an autopsy would come
Okay.
in handy. You have to work with what you know.
Any more? Did you muffle him? Do you have any reports of screams?
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first.
Huh.
Then see if it all adds up.
How'd you manage to overpower him?
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
Where did this overpowering happen?
Right fucking here. The fucker pranced in here like he owns the place. Got what was coming to him.
This one has a distinct style. He puts so much whiny emotion into everything he says. It's hard to see
Ooh.
if he's lying. But he could be.
Okay, I got a +1. These aren't quite right here, are they?
Actually, they're admirably,
God damn it.
surprisingly composed. The entire room. Given how many questions you've lobbed their way.
Well, then maybe one of them is cracking under pressure.
Well, this one. But he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up.
Right, I've got a question about the lynch him.
Like what?
Bring some carrot
Copper?
sticks and they're really good. Beat him just like that, no remorse.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the coalition.
Oh, electric chair.
During the suzerain's reign, it used to be
Oh.
the firing squad.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Yeah, but these are all bad people. Criminal, scum of the earth.
Rest assured, lawman. None worse than our guy. He got what was coming to him.
Why'd you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
He was a mercenary, that's it.
And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. story I've ever struck
Okay.
from Samara.
Hold on, how do you even know he was in the Special
Because
Forces?
one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm RNE's goddamn special forces. and
Ah,
I'm gonna
yeah, that's the
fuck
first thing you
all."
don't do in your special forces.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there.
Like,
sang some
chat, if you guys
RNE's
ever want to be
paratrooper
special
song,
forces,
and said
that is
he's
the
gonna
first thing
fuck
they teach you
everyone.
not to do.
We
Like, I haven't
couldn't
even
believe
told
it
you
either,
guys that I'm a
but he
spy.
fucking did, right
But to be the
there,
point.
like some kind of animal.
Sire, the tale is true.
It's so dramatic, it has to be true.
This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
That is also true.
Oh yeah, besides crimes against karaoke, what do you actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
Oh shoot, is okay, so the shoot. The lady who was working there.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the
Which you're in the way.
strange de-escalation? He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
To kill us all if we don't open the gates.
Your only
We
Twitch
don't
streamer
let the
is still national
scabs
like how names called Mac and Cheese
don't
KD.
bend
You guys call Mac and Cheese KD? What?
And that was before he started coming here.
For the bundle land.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started to come in here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grab one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
This is the same girl who was sexually assaulted. Bad.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
Repeats like a parrot.
There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not?
That is the
This
first
is
time
a serious allegation.
anyone has
Make
ever
them
made that
talk
combo
about
before, Vermin.
Right, but who did the bad stuff then? This is a very serious allegation.
No, you're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
Who called the shots that
Are
night?
you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
The shadow of smirk passes her lips as she tilts her
A
head.
trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here?
Who do you fucking think does?
Dude, I feel like I want to piss him off. I feel like I want to piss him off.
Biggest animal dominates herd. It's the big one.
The sweaty man turns red and looks first down, then around him, apologetically.
It's not the fat ass. Titus runs the Hardy Boys, genius.
Okay, thank you for the
That's why
info.
we're called the Hardy Boys. Ain't that right, fellas?
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
When did this hanging allegation occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long had you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Okay. Uncalled for.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
Okay, so they may be together. They're all together.
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what?
He rubs his chin, pretending to mull it over.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Okay.
Why don't I just arrest you?
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance over you.
Oh?
Not in the arresting mood?
His mean little eyes come alive with hatred.
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer.
I wish I could autosave yet. I wish I could autosave. No. No.
You confessed to murder. I'm taking you in.
Look, coppers, I know you think you're doing your job here, but there are 7 of us.
Oh no.
And 2 of you.
Time to die.
The bore's the size of your eye. I can almost see the stars.
I really want to. But I'm gonna die.
Little guy was right. On the arresting mood.
The little guy? You're the little
I lost
guy
morale.
now.
Bruh.
So, little guy, you had some questions?
Yeah, little questions.
Nigger to sneer from the corner.
So, what are we gonna do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus.
Okay. I'm still returning my dinner, but...
I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Rent-a-cop? So that's what this is about.
Oh
He
my...
doesn't see you as his
no.
equals.
I have a permanent -1. I was like... Bruh. I was gonna ask if all the new emotes were animated, thinking I literally just used Yandere, which isn't.
I found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy Boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy Boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy Boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
Yeah?
This person Glenn wants to hire, he really respects her.
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
No.
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. End. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
Wow, I went from -1 to +1. I still have a 0. I would need to get 2 6s.
I want to talk about hanging again.
Again. Just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
I have his picture.
About fucking time.
It's a white. I feel like I'm gonna lose morale.
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
First you tell me someone's been, then you say you don't know who. That's BS.
That's all I got.
Did you already try the gun thing?
No.
I hear the gun thing is
I'm
excellent.
not pulling a gun on
and has
him.
Great results. You're probably right. The others are only there for filler, to make the gun thing pop.
Stop shitting your pants. You don't need to know, all right? We took care of it.
Rah.
The law handled it, all right?
Yeah. Aren't you listening? It's done. Finito.
I guess we're both the law around here. Start thinking about it.
No, asshole.
Aw.
You're nobody. I'm the law.
Stop yelling about the goddamn law in my establishment! We get it. You're all the law.
Let's just all cool off. We had some questions, that's all.
Yeah, I shouldn't have tried for the 3%. That was a mistake. Oh, purple.
Was that? Could it be? The Col de Mama d'Aqua? No, it's probably just your imagination ringing in your ear.
What?
There seems to be an extremely high-pitched ring. Ultrasonic. Lena said it was very high-pitched, right? It's like something tickles your ear. Lena also said that it couldn't be heard by any other animal, including humans. What you're hearing must just be a regular bird.
No, am I hearing a crypt?
There it is again. You're
Do we-
about to rediscover a long-lost species.
No way.
It must be very close. Maybe, just maybe, it will come toward you. Keep still. It might perch on your shoulder.
Wait, Kim, do you hear high-pitched
No,
noise?
I don't hear the Col de Mama d'Aqua, and neither do you.
Of course he doesn't. He's deaf.
Hold still.
Oh no. The sound. It's moving away. Somewhere over there. Go after it. No.
Quick,
Too
stop.
late.
Which games of the day?
It's gone.
On stage, can't you say for free
There
money?
is no ringing anymore.
What?
Just the sound of the streets.
No, come back,
Keep
please.
your ears peeled, then. If the species really has migrated to Martinez, you're sure to hear it again.
No. Okay, can I check on my friend again?
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons.
No, I need
lists all the companies
violation.
in the East Delta.
Okay, let's start by talking to hello.
Good one?
Yes? Hello?
Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
You say longer sentences. I'm almost done eating. I just need more dialogue.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
No working class woman be working?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read.
Phenomenal.
It is.
I'm a policeman.
I know you are.
Need the help of a policeman.
What with?
Maybe your husband's missing.
My husband? No, he's not.
Where could he be?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
9 a.m.
Where is this going, officer?
What I'm hearing is you don't really know who your husband is.
Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time.
Wouldn't you like to?
No.
I can totally help you find your missing husband.
Why are we still talking about this?
Maybe
I haven't lost my husband.
Maybe your children are missing.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so where are they?
Are you a policeman or a nanny?
Nanny, where are they?
They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home,
Oh my god, her
Smoking.
kids are doing drugs.
giving the ladder of vices a chance.
You're at home, right? Smoking ciggies.
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Shamrock. There's nothing to
What am I
worry
doing to
about.
this poor lady?
They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now.
I'm afraid the danger's now greater than ever. Tell me, how old are they?
My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month.
This
But we
might actually be
shouldn't
good
even
info.
talking about them.
You need to drive your appearance. See if they stand out. Something makes you find them all
Why
easier.
do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Shamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party?
All the investigation. I'm trying to be professional.
There is no investigation here. I can tell you that.
Maybe your cockatoo's missing.
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
Whoa!
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better
Ma'am.
to indulge him at this point.
I was asking about your cockatoos. They're
I
missing.
don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what?
It's a trap. Never ever say what.
What?
Even if I had, it wouldn't be missing.
Right, cockatoo not missed it. I just want to make sure.
Great.
Just one more question. What do you mean by me being a cockatoo?
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book in the bookstore.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Thanks for the tip.
Wonderful. The store is open.
Her
I'll just
hands
watch
move
it.
over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained.
I want to
with
buy a
yellow.
board game, but I
It
can't
seems
afford
like she has spent a lot of
the
time at
sleeve.
work smoking.
I need money. Need money a lot.
Another comrade. Years of labor are pressing down on her shoulders. She deserves a hug for all the work she's done for mankind.
Chat. Chat, she's a comrade. Yeah, does she deserve a hug? Does she get a little one hug? Does she deserve a hug? You're damn right she does.
You step in and close your arms around this foreign body, wandering astray in touch.
I mean,
There's
it's
a
hugs. Everyone else
small
gets one too.
movement beneath your hands.
You can't
as you
have a hug
shut
by one
your
person.
eyes. Then a tiny voice breaks out and asks,
What is happening?
She seems to be confused. Your hands are wrapped around her polyester coat. The fabric feels cold, moist from the sea nearby. The situation is oddly intimate. Your cheek is pressed against her shoulder. Her hand is trapped between your chest.
I really
5
hope she doesn't
seconds
punch
pass,
me.
And their passing seems so unimaginably long. Then she coughs and says again,
What are you doing, officer?
less talk, more feeling. Keep your eyes closed. Soak in the closeness. See what the feeling entails.
I'm fighting for the working class.
Fighting for it how?
One, I get a time.
Oh.
It's a strange sensation as a woman strengthens her grit. He's hugging you back.
I guess it's better than nothing. Keep fighting on, my fellow comrade.
Then she breaks up the hug, her cheeks flush.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
It was surprisingly wholesome. It was surprisingly whole. I would have buy a book on cockatoo. I don't remember what shelf it cockatoo.
The display rack is brimming. A small mountain of color.
Sorry, video game board games.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime. A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly
Oh my
open.
god.
It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title. From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo. Turns out that there are so many different cockatoo species, and they all have behavioral problems.
What a weird coincidence. She called me one, but I don't have any of those.
You don't have behavioral problems. That's garbage.
Yeah.
You're cool.
What about this guide to cockatoo, storekeeper?
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
I really shouldn't steal. But it's for the betterment of society. I'm buying it.
Oh, a nature enthusiast. Good choice. I knew it was a good idea to keep that around.
It was half my money. Half my money. A book about cockatoo.
The woman.
Okay, I have to read the book today and then get back to her. Like an hour away from that. Actually, can I?
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest found on the Seminine Islands and
Yeah,
in
pay attention.
southern
This will be on the
Fas
quiz.
Alamer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues.
Okay, one more.
This book talks about the delicate nature of toos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang bang cockatoo. It's colorfully illustrated.
Oh. I want to read about the major majestic
Perhaps
cockatoo.
the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle.
I am
Its
pretty
pink-colored
flamboyant.
wings and flowing crest embellishing its proud and bumptious nature. In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this
Good
big,
quote,
bold,
Coda.
and beautiful species.
Right, what from these birds
Where
have?
to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day. They love to talk
Wow.
and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up.
I could handle that. It'd be nice to have someone to talk to and feeling lonely.
Pet owners also report moodiness loudness, and hostility as recurring issues. If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, or become aggressive.
Right, that is genuinely really bad.
It is not recommended to
Anything
get
else?
a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day and give them the full care that they need. These birds will never understand that you have a life of your own.
Yeah, but there's something good about them as
You're
well.
right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They
Yeah.
love to perform, cuddle, and show off, and will even scream for fun.
Trey, you
Often as
guys
loud as
scream
up
for
to
fun.
135
You guys are always
decibels.
screaming. You're always like, "Oh my god, Bun, you're a scammer," and "Little Bun who," and D20, ban everyone, ban the world, ban the universe.
Not great for the neighbors. Performing, yes, birdie.
Yes, Birdie.
This is a yellow-tailed black
Funeral
cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus venereus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. This
Ooh.
bird looks as if dressed for a funeral, 24/7. There is
I
something
look like I'm dressed
indisputably ominous about
for
it.
a cowboy movie. Yeah. Okay, what about the most common bang bang cockatoo?
Despite its banging name, the bang bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species, common in almost all Seminoles forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world. Its plumage is mainly gray and white. The Seminoles name bang bang is thought to be of onomatopoeic origins.
That makes a lot of sense. Apparently it sounds like my
Yes,
character.
but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you?
Isn't that obvious? Major Majestic, here I come.
You're right. Your Majesty embodied. This big, beautiful bird belongs on your heraldry.
Achievement unlocked. Hyperstellar lore official. Day 7 deranged superstar lines. Wow, was that worth the money I spent? Well, most definitely not.
You're right. I'm a cockatoo.
Excuse me?
I went and read up on them, just like you said. And I haven't decided on what kind of cockatoo I am. Want to know?
I don't know. The most talkative one?
He's ready to put the question aside.
No, I'm the Major Majestic Cockatoo.
The what now?
The Major Majestic Cockatoo. It's the most impressive one.
You truly are one strange cop, aren't you?
Yes. They slowly shaking
The
his head.
woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
Right, well that was certainly not the most optimal thing I could have done. But I wouldn't do any differently. Wait, can I just click on bottles that aren't highlighted? What? Wait, oh my god. I could have just been clicking on bottle. This whole time. Wait, but I can't do that one. I feel lied to. Deceived. Bamboozled. I can grab these. Oh, look at me picking up bottles, cans. At this rate, I'm almost gonna make up for the money that I wasted. Sorry, invested into that book. There's smoke up there, could be a witness. Okay.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Wait. What? Breakthrough imminent. +2. Cindy's autism compulsions are infectious. We have a +2 now. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why must we stop?
don't worry. Because
The 15th Indo tribe.
Yeah.
Because there was. The 15th Indo tribe was comprised of 8 kids from Fort
Tenth
Worth
from
and
Greenwood
North
Cliff?
Jamrock, running from
Wait,
wild
what?
dogs in the valley, hiding scents under rocks, and stealing clothes off clotheslines, and sometimes even the copper wiring of phone lines. You may have been one of them. This must be a childhood memory.
Wait,
The 15th
every
Indo tribe
dialogue
was
option I
your
click.
Indo tribe.
Sorry,
Set to
everything
rule
I
in
inspect is
Cylinder.
gonna give me money
The
now?
rest of the kids are dead now. Car accidents and drug overdoses. Only you remain.
If I just click on 200 things, then I can afford my room tonight. Wow. There's no way the cold Denmark is worth it. Let's do the Mazovian socioeconomics. -2 visual calculus. Oh, that's not great. Hello, there is smoke around here?
There
Hello?
must be another way into the building.
Why did you sound like RoboCop?
There must be another way into the building. My voice box was replaced with organic with
Yada yada yada. Hello. We looked into people. I don't know if we
You're
looked into
back.
people enough though.
Good. What can I help you with?
You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in.
This reality?
He pulls her clothes around her neck.
Yes, reality is your side case. An experimental side case.
I'm conducting a personal investigation into the world I find myself in.
How truly curious. A sort of philosopher detective.
My theory is that this inquiry into the nature of reality will ultimately converge with our murder investigation. You're actually one and the same.
Are they now?
Lieutenant Cox's eyebrow.
A deep synthesis. I'll assist you however I can then. Go ahead. Ask.
All right, we're in. I know these all.
Conceptualization 20.
Begin with the first, okay?
Okay, let's...
Where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
Baby.
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
Weren't flirting with me?
I'm a disco holdover myself.
Aren't we all?
She refers to your corresponding age.
Hey chat, how many of you were alive back in the disco days?
What is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock.
Hey chat, do you guys want to know something really funny? You know how The Simpsons is like timeless, right? As in, they never age. In like the latest seasons, it's progressed to the point where Homer and Marge's backstory had them attending like college in the 2000s. 10 years ago it was in the 90s. 10 years before that it was the 80s. But now, to keep them at their, you know, their rough age, they, the age just moves. It's really funny to look at the change.
You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
I really wonder if this is going to be important.
Tell me more about Mayonnaise.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been
Oh.
here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot
Pinky?
has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders.
Like me.
This place used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are the real star of the show here now. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
Mention to see what sees this.
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
Are we near the ocean?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean. The world's largest body
You're right,
of
we're on
water,
an island.
the Insulindic.
You're right, we discussed this.
Known to the
I
early
corrected you.
Revacholians as Les Immensités Bleues, the blue immensities, vast, lukewarm, and unknowable.
Oh yeah, the ocean will help me
in
get,
and out
well, you know,
of sight.
brain smart.
What's the name of this island?
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble.
I definitely
a
knew that.
smoothed over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the river Esperance.
Yeah.
We're in the delta of this river, on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her and to humanity at large.
Okay, that's Mayonnaise. What's Revachol?
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
What kind of city?
The great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory.
Wow.
Beyond patriotism.
Wow.
A fact.
What makes Revachol great?
History detective. They built this city to resolve
They built
history.
this city.
Our part in it, at least.
They built this
centuries.
city on
Who built the city?
The nations of the Occident.
an
or migrant workers from
island.
Seminine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
When was Revachol built?
In the DeLorean century. 300
You mean the Mandalorian? Oh my god, I love Baby Yoda. Hey chat, you guys know those like those TikToks we have like someone trying to be like as annoying and normy as possible? That they get like rage attention? I feel like I could pull that off. I feel like I could pull it off.
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest.
Just be like a
the fault lines deepest.
I love Star Wars. I love all the Chewbacca's. They're so cute.
By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men. We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective
Man, I
tissue.
wish my ears were still blocked. No one
It's where
likes
the
Star
money
Wars.
is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that you were literally streaming Star Wars a few days ago and then started a new Star Wars game the day after. Yeah, sure.
So we're on the periphery, basically nobodies.
Speak for yourself, officer.
You definitely
I'm
did.
well known in certain parts. As to the place, you're right. We are 22 kilometers from the center of the world.
Yeah, but Star Wars fans hate Star Wars.
Is
It's
the
the
bank
worst.
of the world building. The
Huh.
bottom floors
Hey,
are
I'm getting XP for
Insiacom.
this.
Coalition government in
It's
Cylindian
working.
Mission Command.
Silence.
Look to the
She
sea.
lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time.
Whoa.
There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
Where are we?
We are where we are. I have no truer answer to give,
Thought
unfortunately.
gained. The realization. Oh my god.
This is one thought
What
you
is
need
happening?
Complete. Where are you?
What is happening in
Was
this
there
game?
something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask, about even more fundamental aspects of reality. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Ma'am, Messier will be here later too.
No question I ask
Isn't
her
that true,
about the
ma'am?
universe will ever be answered. She needs to answer her own questions about the universe. And only by realizing the questions that she doesn't know the answer to, she understand that she herself is an enigma in this unknowable universe which we believe ourselves to provide in but cannot prove, as is the state of living inside the simulation.
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
Well, I want to know everything now.
That is understandable, but perhaps it's better not to eat all your candy at once.
Indeed.
Aw.
I'm always at your service.
What times are these?
These are unimportant times, Detective.
Bruh.
You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
Too late for what?
For the big time.
What's the big time?
The
Big
revolution.
time rush. It's the only life you got, so you gotta live it big time.
Ah, what is this revolution I keep hearing
It's
about,
quite
comrade?
easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
Would you say it was a bunch of apes duking it out?
Why, of course. We're talking Duke Out Central. Full swing
Whoa.
intra-species warfare.
The apes, are they evil?
No. I would say the apes were neutral.
The good apes, actually.
I don't know about that.
Sequels are missed, so the prequel. No, we do not have prequel slander in this household, okay? You're really showing your age here, Bo. Okay? Yeah. Unbelievable.
You got shot in the head?
Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution.
40
But
mil?
the communists, they all got shot in the head. Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well.
You're going
So
to
well,
mess out
I
with
forget
Clone
they
Show?
even existed.
Did the communists and anarchists shoot back?
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
It's a tragedy.
Yes. The Red Deluge. The
I had a deluge
Insulindian
too.
deluge, they call it.
My head.
Yes. An acute thiamine deficiency can be exacerbated by alcoholism. Exacerbated means made worse.
Anyone else get shot on the opposing side?
Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the
Yeah.
head. Or thrown beneath a horse.
Or-
Or drowned.
Ugh.
Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew.
Oh, of course, drama.
The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
Mark King.
Yes. King Guillaume had a nose for bad PR. He ran before it. What is the expression?
Uh-huh.
Went down? Anyway, Gil got out alive and his nephew Frisell got shot in his place. Him and
That is
tens
rough.
of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was a wild time.
You got the mineral rights.
The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything.
Okay, by liberals you mean?
Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement.
Uh-huh.
Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras or ultra-liberals.
You know,
they fared well.
I could probably actually learn a lot about like real world political structures if I knew which part of this I could treat as a joke and which part I couldn't.
They didn't win so much as survive.
Like obviously this
We
isn't
were the
a
last
real
ones
case, but
standing
like
when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
I can't even trust what like she's saying, what I'm saying. I'm just memeing as I go.
She's one of them, of course.
Shit. Of course.
Everyone got shot. Who is there to surrender to?
To foreign intervention. The Coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
Wait, you just said the Liberals already took everything.
The Liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The Coalition took the ground. The ocean,
I'm just
the
trying
laws,
to
and the
find
people.
out about the universe.
Who's the Coalition?
The Coalition of Nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-le-Clay. The armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
Moralists.
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights and not shooting people in the head. At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government. This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
Hey, don't assign me labels.
The color of moralism is blue. The official motto of Moral Intern, or Moralist International, is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of grey sky. Unofficial. For a moment, there was hope.
Always picking the option doesn't commit to anything, then hell yes, I am also not.
Not just technically, practically. For a moment, there was hope.
A devout man of the center. Hard to come by. It's good to have someone who takes a moderate approach to head shooting. In your line of work,
Thanks, I've only killed 3 people.
And what was this
The
kerfuffle?
turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end, nearly the whole world had gotten involved.
Who
It
started
wasn't a
it?
who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad
Wow, you
proved
know a lot
unable
about
to
this,
contain.
Will.
Then Marzolf came along and overthrew the government.
This is just COVID. You know, we haven't quite reached the part where they overthrew the government. They tried. Some people.
What did this Zarath do?
It made people overthrow their governments.
Wow, really?
Of course not.
He's
It was a
actually
highly
Elvis?
infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only provided the spark.
It was a funny time in history. They discovered transistors and rock music, but they didn't know anything about prions.
We did spread from there.
From Revachol and Grad? Not
Yeah.
far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Marzolf's government was overthrown in '08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was
Isn't this
the
game
end.
pre-COVID? Yeah, 2019.
What came next?
Why? You and I,
The
officer.
Sioux?
Our lives
Bless
in
you.
the zone of control.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar. Maybe it's because she has a boat and you have that necktie? A pair of pants?
Our lives are very different from each other.
No doubt. But we share the same time and position on the planet's crust. That counts for more than you think.
Wow.
What is the zone of control?
A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia.
Wow.
The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune.
What happened to the rest of the world?
Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-easterly communication. Telematic
Oh yeah, if they're
milieux,
so smart, why haven't they
radiation,
developed TVs
coloured
yet?
plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
Wait, you're saying it's been like this for 43 years?
Time flies.
What have we been doing all that time?
The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river levelled, offshore platforms in flames.
Wow.
Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. '08 to 19 was simply hell.
After that?
The 30s? Things settled down in the
Yeah?
30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
Were they?
No. It was a market
XP
mirage
though.
fueled by
You got
cocaine and
XP.
quantitative easing. The 40s dispelled it like a cold splash, an Isla-wide hangover, you might say. And here we are. Welcome to reality, baby.
I have a reality lowdown now. What is happening? Wow.
For her to be where she is, Wild Pines Group must have picked
Cocaine
the
and
right
quantities and
side.
sounds like a Panic at the Disco song.
Which side was Pine?
They
Wow.
picked the winning side. That's why they're here, and others are not.
They chose wisely.
Perhaps it wouldn't have turned out that way had I been in charge. I might have bet on the king and led the Pines to doom.
You would have sided with the king.
I would have sided with the cannons. If you'd seen the calibers of the things, you might have too. Perhaps it's better I was born when I was. 10 of the 14 Indo tribes got it wrong. Feld, Kupri, Tricentennial. So I suppose I would have been in good company.
Well, I know all about the 15th Indo tribe.
What'd you done differently?
Good question. What would you have done differently?
I would have positioned myself very precisely. I would have made it out with mineral rights.
You and everyone else. But that's got nothing to do with preventing the revolution.
It's enough about the times.
What was, was. They are what they are. Who knows?
Wow, what a crazy
An
detour.
afterglow may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Always.
Not so fast. Who is she in all this? Ask her who she is. She owes you an answer.
I want to know what you are.
He hums.
She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
What are you?
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor. A devourer of nations
Aww.
and infants. I am an ultra.
She raises the corner of her mouth, smirking, revealing a canine.
Dios míos. A liberal.
Yes. I am the nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. I pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution. My kind surrendered the nation to financial colonists. I can see you thought our kind were all extinct. After all, no sane person identifies as this anymore. Not in broad daylight. I can see we're not so different, you know.
No, I'm
Tell
a
me,
communist
now that I've
superstar.
uncoiled myself, do you find me frightening?
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades
Wow,
of
she's
guilt
a
and pride.
surprisingly deep character.
Forgive her, but only because you like pearlescent teeth and those light green eyes.
I feel like I forgive you is the best choice. Sure. I'm gonna get on her good side.
I forgive you.
I do hope so. I do hope we're able to remain collegial despite it all. Tell me,
I should have
when
flirted
you
with
look
her.
in the mirror, do you not see a monster staring back at you? When the dust settled, the liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed.
Would you have done something differently?
With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker
Yeah?
government that keeps Martinaise a monument to the efficacy of its artillery, I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the coalition. Not here in Martinaise, and not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for my own sake.
She realizes her small, cold fists are
Oh.
clenched. She loosens them.
Then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty.
Yeah?
We should have burned the whole Isla down rather than let them have it.
Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil fire on the ocean.
You're a smart woman.
Perhaps. My intellectual vanity will be my undoing.
You're no dummy.
I feel like we're really friends now.
So am I.
A smart boy getting smarter. One basic term of reality at a time.
I feel like I'm losing brain cells here.
You're a patriot.
Yes.
XP.
I suppose I am. But I wouldn't be a patriot anywhere but here.
Seditious talk, ma'am.
You have daughters?
Yes.
XP.
Whatever else I am. I'm also a mother. And a wife. Now, shall we return
All
to
that.
reality?
And you can get help.
Okay. What is this?
A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
I mean, what is this place here?
Ah. This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot. Or two.
What is the Rue de Saint Ghislain?
A
33A?
pre-revolutionary tenement.
XP.
Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveau.
Nouveau.
They're old.
Are you nouveau riche?
This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror
Wow.
the skyscrapers across the bay in the delta. That was
We lose
before
brain
the war,
cells
of
each
course.
stream button. Oh.
Mostly the
Who
urban
lived in
middle
them?
class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before
Primo.
the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off.
Oh.
Splat, splat.
I forgot she was there. From a dilapidated balcony, Cindy the Skull gives Joyce the evil eye, her red paintbrush held to her throat.
Wonderful.
Yikes.
What is that?
The girl in the old lady rags.
Yeah.
Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture.
Infraculture.
Yes, you and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The
Ah.
music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture.
I understand everything. Make it more complicated somehow.
I can't.
XP.
That's how simple it is. One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma's coat all they want. Capital has the ability to subsume all critiques into itself. Even those who would critique capital end up reinforcing it instead. All right. What next?
Suddenly, you're not so sure you're part of the
Oh no. Sure.
I think I may be part of the infraculture.
And what would that be?
Disco.
I can see
Yes,
that, yes.
disco.
I dabbled in those dark arts myself, not so long ago. I assure you, it was a
I
thoroughly
still have no choice what
supracultural
disco has to do
phenomenon,
with this game.
all permeating. Downright mandatory.
Was it literally just for like a golden age? It's past.
Nothing infra about disco, baby.
You're disco.
Those days are long behind me. And even in the early 30s, I would say I was more of a new girl. Disco was a minor, but still enjoyable facet of the
Wow.
whole thing for me.
The new.
The new.
The
A
new.
cultural era. And the name of the decade it ravished, the 30s. It came out of post-revolutionary revachol.
Hey,
It was
chat.
ultra-liberal.
Yeah, is it weird that we're almost in the 30s?
It involved lots of partying, as you might imagine, and champagne-colored everything. By the looks of it, that would have been when you came of age. Now.
Oh?
Champagne? That doesn't sound like anything I'd be into. I'm straight edge.
Of course. You're much more grounded. A serious detective on a case called Reality. Speaking of, is there anything else?
Let's think of something close to me. I doubt I'm gonna pass.
6 kilometers
I
southwest in the Valley of Dogs. Junior
Valley of
officer
Dogs.
Chad Tilbrook takes aim at a rabid
Legendary
black dog
success.
licking its wounds in the grass. To his left, his partner
You get a
Emily Mullins
flashback.
whispers, "You heard what happened to Tequila Sunset in Martinez?" "Yes, he lost his mind," Tilbrook answers, fingers on the trigger. "Don't worry, ML." He pulls it out slowly.
ML.
Slowly now. He'll find it again. We always do.
What am I?
You? You're an officer of the RCM.
The River Shoal Citizens Milkshake.
Preciso Mundo.
Yeah, it was the River Shoal Citizens Milkshake.
Nothing more nor less than the de facto law enforcement body of post-revolutionary Revachol, Detective.
Yes, we are the Revachol Citizens Militia.
He's being sarcastic.
Are we?
We are.
You said de facto.
Yes, that means not de jure. The RCM acts in what is poetically called the twilight of international law, both at the behest of the coalition government and to its chagrin.
What do you mean?
The RCM's responsibilities are defined by the Emergency, Wayfarer and Aliments Acts, 3 pieces of legislation keeping the city in a, let's be honest, laissez-faire stasis to the benefit of foreign capital.
All 3 are good to know when we are out policing.
Well, I'm basically one of the good guys.
There's nothing basic about your role, Detective. It's true that the RCM keeps everything the way our seemingly permanent
this is uncalled
provisional
for.
rulers like it.
He leans in.
Yet, on the other hand, I know these people. I deal with them daily. Let me tell you, dear, they are not fans of you.
Why?
The post-revolutionary decade was a disaster for the coalition government.
Uh-huh.
Revachol in the 20s was hell, especially on the west side of the river. Gang warfare, a botched privatization scheme, a nuclear pile meltdown. They called it the international zone because no nation wanted to claim responsibility. The RCM restored peace where the coalition failed. A true blue citizens' initiative. They will never forgive you.
That's somewhat of an exaggeration. In reality, ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement. Revacholians get to keep the peace in Revachol, and the coalition doesn't have to worry about it. Anyway, sorry to intrude. Please continue.
Yes, Lieutenant.
XP.
Permit me to conclude with this. Who you are, to me, is the police. The only legitimate law enforcement authority in Revachol.
Thank you, ma'am.
And if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of reality, well, I'm here to help. Nothing more nor less.
Yes.
He's being sarcastic.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know why I'd let you do that.
And if those authorities drink
Okay,
so hard
chat.
they need help recalling
Chat.
the basic
Can you guys
terms
give
of
me
reality,
a little bun one bless?
well, I am here to help.
Yeah, give me a little bun one bless. I want to find something fundamental in my universe. I can't do this alone. Please, you must help me. A bonk? Sure, maybe hitting me on the head will help me.
A strange coldness comes over you as you look at the world. The waves sway the sloop slowly. That's all. It's on the tip of your tongue, a doubt of sorts already in your head. But it's not fully formed yet. You have to wait and return to this later, once the jamais vu thought is complete.
It's all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Thank you.
Okay, I gotta say, look through everything. Oh. Whoa, why did those... Whoa, why is it literally... Anyway, I think we got a level. What the heck do I level here? I mean, empathy is a pretty good skill. Actually, I know what I want. Chad, what do I need for the ghost girl? I'll work it out later.
Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in base. Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I
We
know.
need to hire some chicks.
Anything
Yeah.
else?
I spoke with the lawyer at the
On
roundabout.
the contrary, officer. There are yet camionneurs you have not talked to. And don't look so surprised. In a time like this, it would be strange if Wild Pines didn't have eyes on the harbour. I suggest you go back.
Oh. I guess I didn't talk to them all. I now know she's watching me.
A sturdy metal door.
Madame!
There is no... The door...
Stop banging on the doesn't matter. Who are the police? No. Go check.
Backyard door.
Yeah. Hey, kid. Still
Hello
kinda...
again, officers.
Kinda culture. That's cool. I once believed in something and then believing in things became uncool. Now I'm just a sad husk of who I once was. That's exactly how I made you talk to children. Why? How? What? Oh, purple.
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
Hey, solved?
Cracked it. All in a good day's work.
Wait, what I crack?
What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
It's your husband, the missing husband.
Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit. Didn't she repeatedly tell you her husband isn't missing though?
Give me the champagne, I'm going...
Do marriages make
I
any
misclicked.
sense? Does honor? You're not a filthy philosopher. You're an officer
good.
of law. It's time to ace this case and not brood over your reputation. We can deal with the perception management later.
Give me the champagne, I'm going
There's
in.
no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell the working class woman what you found right now.
Oh my god. I found him.
Kicked and served, madam. I found your husband.
God damn it, I already told you. My husband isn't missing.
You see, didn't know where he was.
And I specifically added that I didn't need to know where he was.
Well, I found him to the left. I'm good.
Very well then. Where is he?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
I
don't
found...
follow.
Oh my god.
I found a working class drunk and I thought he might be yours.
Because working class women come with alcoholic husbands. You know what?
Remember, about that what, never ever say what.
But not saying what is saying what.
What?
You were right. I do have an alcoholic husband. Although not that one.
But you told me your husband's alright.
I did, and he is. He's also an alcoholic.
So is he missing as well?
No, he's not. Or maybe he is, I don't know. He's probably in
Yeah.
the park or in Shamrock
I was
somewhere,
wondering.
drinking with his friends.
He looks away.
I haven't seen him for Well, to hell with him.
Don't worry, I'm gonna find him and bring him home, promise.
She sighs, but you can detect a slight hint of gratitude and relief from her face.
All right, go ahead.
What does
Do you
your
have
husband
any
look like?
questions? Honestly, not that different from you.
But let me guess, disco.
Oh, thank God, no. It hasn't come
Wait,
down
what?
to this yet.
Why'd you say your husband resembles me then?
Well,
Imagine caring about your
he's
husband.
Slightly chubby.
I care about all my husbandos, okay? All of them.
What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand-sewn. I made it myself.
He sighs, her voice suddenly quivering when she adds,
It's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change.
Who cares about the cold when you have your cool jacket to wear?
I sympathize.
You can completely sympathize.
I even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it?
You get out of the bin. Wow, that's filthy.
Well, what can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold.
When did you last see him?
Yesterday morning. He went to the library.
There's a library?
He went to retrieve my book, and he promised he'd walk straight back home. Because we talked about this. We talked about not wandering off again. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do with his addiction.
Wait, was he the
makes me
sleeping
feel
guy?
Gone for around 36 hours then. Damn, this is a missing persons case. She turns away from you in an attempt to recover.
I think I got it, thanks.
So you are going to look for him?
She genuinely wants you to know. Don't make her ask.
Yes, I'll bring him home, back home to you.
Thank you. Please do.
Oh my god.
Even though I'm sure
I
he
love
will
this
return
game.
home by himself.
I can't believe
still
this is
sure
now
of
a
that.
quest.
I'm sure he will too.
Yeah, I
Anita,
spent so
would you
long
let
trying to convince her her
57
husband was
Kinky
missing, and now
Turagino?
we have an actual quest because he's actually missing.
I will. Of course, officer. As I said, it's probably nothing.
Moon takes a slip of paper. It's a phone number. Wow. Hey, bottles. Bottle? Bottle! Do you have any bottles? Kinda hard to see the bottles when I always have this torch out. Okay, what did I need here?
An old call box with a matrix.
Volition. Honestly, probably not a bad idea to get my volition up anyway. More brain power. Save. Good reminder.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the
Statistically,
East
we don't do
Delta
this.
Commerce Center.
But I believe.
No, hold on. The last...
Rah. There's probably new dialogue since I had a vision, dream, if you will.
The trash container. The smell of rotten
Anything
food
new in here?
rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. Not much to see. You see, a box falls in. There's nothing more. The container sounds a muffled gong.
Okay. Imagine if her husband was the dead body. He didn't even know. Wouldn't that be sad? Okay, look for the guy with the cool coat. Brown leather, blue on the inside.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
-12, it's not time yet.
There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside.
What? What do you mean it's not time yet? Okay, whoever I'm looking for isn't here. Hi, did I need to talk to you again today? I think.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam.
I feel like I should use the map and see what who I can try talking to again. Like, what? Wait, can I read my book again now?
A cockatoo is... This book talks about where to even be pet owners. It is not recommended. You're right, not great. Performing. Yes. You're right, not good. Performing.
Well, apparently
This
there's a
is
chicken here.
You're right, not good. Performing. Perhaps, in the words of... Despite its...
I do not get this map. Is it telling me about chicks I've already done? Or is the fact it's white mean I've done it? No, okay, all of them are white. Yeah. And if they've turned white, that means I've completed them? Alright. Milk? No milk. Milkman said no. He's a milkman. He had a milkman. He ran away from his true fam. The milkman is always a milkman. The first money I've made all day by doing a green check. Oh, I'm rich. Okay. No. Green check. Hey guys, what's everyone looking at? Whoa. He is huge. He's a big fella. Hi there.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest a lot. And oddly screechy for a man his size.
What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full year taller than everyone else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
No.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work! Besides,
I like this guy.
We're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
I like this guy.
What kind of cause we talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers.
Yeah?
To have gainful employment.
You have a strange taste in men.
To make a salary. And feed their
Wow, Chet, look at this bow guy. I say that I like unions. It's not like he's insulting me. Wow. Wow, you go back to Jeff Bezos. You go back to your mega companies. We have a right to work, Bo. I'm just an honest cop working an honest job. Part-time, because in truth I'm a superstar.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of
I can't believe you.
phrases.
I don't think I've chosen any sides yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you.
That was a powerful
Cops
speech.
tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
Regardless, so I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
Points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scott.
Loitering man hollers in return.
Who are all these strike breakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steely graying military
We
haircut.
came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
Oh, no, I don't like you. You're an anti-union worker.
I have a question.
Oh.
Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the
You guys are
rules
strike
of the
breakers.
market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
What's a strike?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
What do strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Ill-fitting, what does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You wearing your clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's
Wait,
something off
is he?
but
No, is he
won't
doing
say
corporate espionage? This is his job to break strikes.
You've been talking to him for quite a while now.
From the inside.
Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Yeah, I gotta ask, where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
Routine, part of the investigation.
Am I a suspect? Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people.
Every once in a while, it's like you can see glimpses of another guy under the guise of this fighter for jobs. He seems a more brutal, cunning, and suspicious person. Just a hunch.
Oh.
You just might be paranoid.
We got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Bouncer? Where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Pretty okay as far as lies go.
River, are you lying?
We're done here. I have a strike to
Oh. Oh.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Hey, tough guy, I had more questions.
Things are busy enough. You going to waste less of my time?
Maybe.
The Hulk
Did he literally just have a strike break? Yeah.
Skepticism.
He is trying to break the strike. And I assume that he's not even a worker? I assume he's like a stuntman, you know? Not a stuntman, he's pretending to be a worker. No? Would it be a bit more subtle about it? Oh, you're only saying that because I did such a great job deducing it all and got that evidence out of him. I'm a great detective.
What exactly is the goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working. if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And are you unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Wait, head measurer?
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad can one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained.
Oh.
I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Why don't you just talk to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
And he's racist.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No. They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded.
Lol.
Then we charge.
Man rubs his jaw. A perfect lightly bearded squidge.
I want to get into the harbor too.
Have fun.
Stuff?
Union ships are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through.
Oh, my internet's dropping.
Trying to meet their fat boss.
Cynthia is doing that thing where it cut for a minute. Weird. So weird. Should be good now. Should be good. Refresh.
I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here on the hostel cafeteria there.
I know nothing about a murder.
Absolutely nothing.
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
Real is my area of expertise.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity. Let us.
Okay, you made your point. Yeah. Hey. These gra. Hey there.
Scab?
Asked the man with jolly eyes, tilting his head.
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Hold on, where do they come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
You don't seem to like them much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess, scared maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mess, squinting his eyes, trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
You tried talking to them.
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Big guy. He means the leader of the scabs.
I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
Chuckles and realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife?
I'm a bit short on money right now. You know, can you give me some of that?
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
Oh no! This is a red shit! This is my one chance to make money.
The coin narrowly slips by your outstretched fingers. and falls to the ground.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to throw it like that. It's a thing we harbor folk do, passing around cargo and such. It was not meant as provocation or ridicule.
The boyardero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes.
Trickles of... What? That's what the dialogue says.
Appreciated.
Right, always glad to help out.
$1, a
We're on
real...
the same branch, you and I. Humans, I mean, not slithering scabs.
I'm looking for assistance with a dead body situation.
Body still hanging in the tree? Hey, that's a rough pickle.
I
help you
just
with
need
that,
a
sorry.
ladder. Really?
I'm not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be someone else from the Union can render assistance.
This means you can let me through the gate.
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
If it's so simple, why did the scab leader warn you of the guards blocking the way?
It's simple, I just walk in.
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
That's Measurehead?
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini Supremacist there.
That makes
Walk
sense.
right past him.
Right.
Then press the button to unlock the door.
Uh-huh.
Then go past him again.
Okay.
And you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
You're saying it's actually quite difficult.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead
Not
in a
with my
physical
build.
confrontation. Or you could convert to his Semini Supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Has any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven
Not Jean-Luc.
overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough
This
intuition.
is not Paul Jean.
Has any of the bested him in physical confrontation?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Just lie away past? I have a lying build.
Got it, another thing.
Sure.
I've come to Martinez investigating murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
Maybe you want to help me solve it by telling me you did it.
Of course, Policia.
Give
It
you a
wasn't
sly
me.
smile.
You can rule me out. Easier that way.
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
Drama, you don't know that.
What's the strike about anyway?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss.
Okay.
And are on a better footing with the organization.
Oh.
Nice talk, gotta get moving.
Gotta get moving. Hey, is this drag press button behind guard? Steel door. No lockpick in this one. Oh. Hi, Monaco.
OMG carrot tax pog.
Well, actually, and this is crazy, Monaco, but you actually get a return on your tax dollars. That's right. For your 11-month subscription, you've earned 1 roll on the gacha machine. If you either say go or post an emote in chat, then you can roll and get a variety of incredible rewards, like 10 new emotes. If you get that golden ball.
Butter, butter.
I believe in you. I shouldn't have believed in you. However, you did earn a ruby carrot. It's like a trade. A rainbow carrot for a ruby carrot. Please enjoy. Please enjoy. Hi there.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant side agrees. Hey, nothing size him up.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be
Here's the carrot.
frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial
It's
pinnacle.
you got it. It was
Be
on screen.
calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
Yeah, the actual answer is I removed most of the carrots from the emote slots. So we could put in the 15 new emotes. So, yeah. Without my chest, they'll say nothing.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
You flirting with me? Hi, Neff.
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely.
No!
Your breathing is erratic.
No!
Your own heartbeat in your ears grows frantic, and you feel your blood pressure rise. Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend.
No! Also, hang on, I gotta fix this real quick. Yes, no! Oh god. Still lagging. Still lagging now. Right, there we go.
This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
I mean, there's no way I'm winning this.
My body's unimportant. I'm with the police, and we need to get into the harbour.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust as if smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Right, I'm an alcoholic, and I need that dead body to no longer be in the tree.
No, you don't.
No.
You need to get another drink. Occidental
Stop calling me half
B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
No.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
If they're racist. What?
That fat racist over there, you're just him after Pump's mind.
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddens me. You were once a noble and powerful race.
Why the race? Why the race?
You gave the world eugenics,
electricity,
and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft.
I thought that said
Great
StarCraft.
gains in metallurgy, race theory, and state.
You gave the world StarCraft. You were Blizzard.
You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed
You gave the world
with
racism,
sadness
basically.
and with frivolous pop culture.
Yeah.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button
Yeah.
right behind him. just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the
duh.
door to the harbor. This man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside are more cooperative.
We'll worry about all this. No, I need you to help me get that corpse down from the tree.
No. It's one of those two.
It was your people who put that dead body up there. Your people shall help me get down.
Enough with this begging.
Ah.
You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races.
Dude,
to
you're not
great
fighting a war, you're
world
guarding a
war.
button.
Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will
Ugh.
pulverize you. When
What
you
is
are
wrong with
done,
this guy?
we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
I don't want to internalize that.
Wouldn't that mean I'll have to become a Seminese supremacist myself?
Well, not as such. What you do with a mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
I don't want to be an advanced racist.
The only thing about this mug.
He does not so much as glance at the object.
It's your kind of thing?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
He had nothing to do with it.
What are those tattoos you're supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
Gestures towards the lowman down the street.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
You sure I'm not cranium and electric? Where are you?
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw
This is the like
makes you
10th
look
time
like
someone
a
said that to
baby.
me today.
This is not craniometry, just an observation.
What else?
It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages.
I really should have asked what Al
From
Ghul
what
was at the
remain
beginning.
of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs. This leads
I
me
got
to
a XP
conclude
from that.
you are not a police officer.
Okay.
You are a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur-la-Clé and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate sheep herders of Ubi.
Interesting. So one of my ancestors was Sir Leclerc and the other Vesper.
Your racial heritage is uninteresting.
Can
It
you
is the
believe I could just
same
knock
as
him
all
out?
Rivasholians.
Crazy.
Your parents and their parents.
I mean, I
made
can't.
The,
The
decision
option
to
is there.
reproduce
And it's
while
not too
under
unlikely.
The influence of Al
Given how terrible I am at
That is the only
existence.
reason you are here.
Just kind of as a whole.
I know those Hardy Boys.
I am not the first line of defense.
You are.
I am the last.
Oh, are you the... No, the 8th
In
person was a
addition,
girl?
These so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is
What?
spiritually degraded.
Okay. Drink water. Thank you for
pick
the
up on
reminder.
something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
There's more to it. What have you got against them?
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler.
Of course, he's sexist as well.
What do you mean?
Find out for yourself, endomorphic blub.
Interesting.
You have the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes towards the harvest, only bored with you.
Yeah, but you still serve him. How does that factor into your life?
Mr. Claire is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your
I do want to
race
try and get along with them
failure.
to get a bonus.
It is lax and moronic.
No communists.
Of course you are, Revacholian man. The failure
I'm
of
sorry, I
communism
lied.
to
I am a
challenge the
communist
world
superstar.
order is the core of your race fate. All around you, the
And at this rate, I'm not
fruits
gonna have enough money to sleep in a bed tonight.
individualism,
Well, because I
rock
bought
and
that
roll
stupid
music,
book on cockatoos.
sexually transmitted disease,
Why did I buy a book on cockatoos?
above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music?
I've gotten it from disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is
Knowing
a
now.
shame upon my race. But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural
big
victory
yikes.
of the Seminoles race.
Yeah, I'll ask you the
The
Seminoles.
South Island race. Haplogroup
Wow, we're gonna be here a while.
R4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you. We are the future.
Sounds like
That
a
is all
past.
you need to know.
You were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Riverchop.
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulumbuir are with me in my genetic dreams.
Your genetic
I see
dream.
young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme,
God, you're more delusional than I
waiting
am.
on immaculate conception from
I
the
talk to
bay.
dead bodies.
So you did not come from the islands.
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
You would be appreciative if you did not further chase this line of inquiry in front of the women.
So you're not really Seminoles, you're just from Riverchop.
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol.
I really want to screw this
The
up for
city
him.
is central to the Simony strategy.
Guys,
Spreading through its
he's not the
trade
worst character I've
networks,
met.
our culture will dominate the
At least he's like comical description of a racist. As opposed to just being a realistic, terrible guy.
You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with. And never
Grim, I don't want to do that.
dead body down from the tree.
Like, I know this is a seduction run, but come on, Coda. Yes.
Yeah, and what do you think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be the...
What? Do I say the last guy was better?
I like the previous race better, actually.
He seems surprised your choice of races, but then slowly nods.
That is understandable. The previous
Oh,
racists did not pose
Damn
an
it. I said the wrong
immovable
thing.
obstacle in entering the harbor.
Run.
These cops are just jealous, Jean-Luc.
Okay. Time to pretend we're into this. Subscribe to his advanced race theory.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Measure it. I'm new to the world. Help me understand its races. And you know what kind of different races there are.
Do you?
This is for the thing.
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then, to you, he lets out an audible sigh.
You are obviously a liberal, Sayerlite.
Whoa!
A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race.
Oh no.
The heroic races. Tibe, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
Why they?
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible
I'm so sick of this guy.
Exactly the Maun.
You know them by the names of their names.
Okay.
Maun is a derogative term for
Oh,
first world people
sorry.
of Gotvaldian descent. They do not all have eczema.
Don't clogs though?
In some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood to street parades. Green.
The Maun are proof.
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good
Hey, go, who type A in you?
Vespertines and Messenians, the other large overproduction of
We're the Simonese and Aero Pigot.
as proven by the
These are-
indigenous people. The Areopagites
Okay.
are the master race.
What's the difference
The
between them?
Areopagites, the latter.
Nature was not capable of more.
I'm so sick of this.
Type B
What B?
to an pinkness is a racial quality that has to be the Koiko.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
You don't like ethnostates.
They are Miko. Its leaders, Revasholi.
Is it
God,
82,000
he just goes on and
years
on.
that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
Pretty sure it didn't last that long.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over, like a fever dream of skin, hair,
Dude, that revolution perpetrated by degenerate left-wing marauders and all people in
the
control.
revolution, enough of tips.
Yes.
Lesser
Premier
races
experiments?
like the mosquito, the
What?
mosquito.
It seems unlikely that 2 human beings produce genetically sterile
I
offspring.
misunderstood something, but aren't humans too similar to produce genetically sterile
All
offspring?
right, then there is the sim,
Yeah.
the koi. This,
I,
but enough.
God, really don't care.
It is cruel to entertain
Now they've been
ourselves
through all
with
the types to understand
deformities
advanced race
of
theory.
tips. You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma,
My God,
you
this is
have
my
to
face
first
way to get the
ask
body down.
yourself, what is the race?
You want me to get that boy down if I do?
We will.
Access to the Union is important for our investigation, but there may be another way.
Am I mildly worried he might take it seriously? The lieutenant thinks. Yes, I am, he concludes. I am worried.
Ah.
How do I word the mystery?
You need to internalize what you have heard here today.
We discussed
I
something.
cannot possibly imagine.
Oh, the funky
There is
race.
nothing.
Oh
cannot
god, I should have turned that
possibly
part down.
imagine what else we have to discuss?
Oh, gross. Ooh. It's always a backer. Become racist. Always back up.
Hola, Wandering Man.
Yikes. Say to you now.
Right to work.
Don't have any tips on how to punch a guy out, do you? A really big race theorist Gardner button.
Not before you get in there and get your ass whooped. Learn by failure, I always say.
He might have some advice, but you got to at least.
Okay, if I fail, he'll help me. Oh, what's the door do?
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers.
What kind of stickers and insignia?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength,
Oh, is
and
it the
purity
racist?
are glued
The first
to various
racist?
panels.
What about the back seat?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep.
Ooh.
Large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title
Yo!
reads,
It's the man from Heimdall.
in the lost city of the Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
I think this lorry belongs to our tough guy.
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
Okay, that was some good advice. And this
Mazovian socioeconomics.
is Mazovian socioeconomics.
0.000% of communism has been built. Evil child-murdering billionaires still rule the world with a shit-eating grin.
God.
All he has managed to do is make himself sad. He is starting to suspect Krasmazov fucked him over personally with his socio-economic theory. It has, however, made him into a very smart boy with something like a university degree in truth. Instead of building communism, he now builds a precise model of this grotesque, duplicitous world.
I'm now very, very incentivized to do left-wing dialogue options to make up for my lack of skills. Oh, no. Oh, I'm losing so many skills from that. Anarchy. How is the coach the best one I have right now? Wait, no. Okay, we're doing it. My skills are so trash. My skills are so trash. Yeah. We're doing a racism. I'm trying my best not to. I'm really am trying my best not to. I wanted to deceive a guy But we paid a little too much attention to him. And I kept pretending to listen to him for too long. We internalized racism.
The tear machines. Your bottles clunk.
Yeah, I'm deleting that, Bo. That's too far. I don't want that in my Twitch chat. Even as a joke. Usually not if any Twitch mods come along. You know?
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Hey, the economy, what are you talking about?
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash.
I
keep it in
can't afford a
circulation.
room.
Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
Thanks for the advice. I'll try to be more economically conscious.
Very cool.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand. Buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
Let's see if we can find something.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf,
Windbreaker.
it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces.
That sounds hideous.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
Let's fucking push a -1 shivers. That's not a stat, is it? Oh my god, it is. Raise the hero connection to the city. What? I have no clue what that is.
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, Ultra series.
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
A pair of found
Apparently
Ultras.
not.
The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool.
Whoa, I could have bought those
$50
instead of paying for my room.
Only? That's madness. Fun Ultra. We're the future. You remember
Yo,
the
those
slogan
stats are
from
kind of
some
good though.
magazine? These once respectable speakers
What are the
have
other
been
ones?
conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found Ultras atop them.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
All little speakers.
No, don't pity them, officer. These are old Samaran
No.
garbage. Don't even look at them. Check out these super cool, fun Ultras instead.
Samaran trash. That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced
Oh.
under the dictatorship of the proletariat.
Can I just buy the said conquered Samarian speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
That's why I wanted him. I think I might be a lo-fi socialist junk myself.
No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale.
You don't know what I am. I don't even know it myself. I want the speakers.
Well, if you want them...
He pauses for a moment, calculating.
But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand,
Right.
you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
Damn, so you have to buy the sneakers first.
Damn. That's sad. Also, we really gotta make money to get a bedroom tonight. Really do.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box. A variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Vendor takes a pair of sunglasses and sticks them under your nose.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you.
I can't
I'll
afford
let you have them
this.
for $2.50.
It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things on your face.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Right, I'm too sensible for those.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you. You should think
Shades
through,
of
officer.
self-destruction.
These are all
Oof.
boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Cerise plastic.
Oof.
The kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything,
show?
these lenses probably direct more UV
That makes
light
sense to
into
me.
your pupils. A UV magnifier.
These are all first-rate sunglasses.
Hmm.
Premium design, super material.
Again, maybe you can
very
find
cool.
some
UV
interesting
resistant.
sunglasses in that
These
box.
will definitely keep your eyes.
Yes! Not that I can afford them anyway. Ah, I see a pair of water blue shades. Right on the left temple says, Sub-insulatic rendezvous. Frame appears to be hand carved out of bone.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
For the first time, the street vendor's voice trails off as he watches you inspect the glasses.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue, yes.
All
But they also make your
is
soul quiver like jello.
blue.
So deep.
Wow, officer. You look so cool.
Street vendor's picked up his pace again as he observed the world through the deep-sea tinted lenses.
And they can be yours for a mere $3. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
And what about these?
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination. It's a case to him.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
Alas, I have no money. Whoa, I just found 20 cents worth of cash. Wow. Oh, wait, these gloves have value. I mean, electric material are great. I prefer interfacing. Oof. Water lock out of order till Wednesday. So tomorrow? Take up tomorrow then. Where's pawn shop? Is this where my gun went? Why did I sell my gun here? Oh, look, I'm making so much cash by looking though. Some kind of machine. An antique cash register. Mayhaps. In the dark, a film projector is whirling away. A bust of a woman. The plaque simply says DEI. Mostly military wear with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Steel gaze run over the street
The
light.
light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
That is street light.
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
Where'd you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
He leans into the pawnbroker, doesn't hear him.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
Oh, good night, Hen.
How much for streetlight?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
$100 sounds about right. I imagine it wasn't he sawing off that street lamp.
Hey, I don't know where it came from, but it's not every day you get to buy and sell something so extraordinary.
I could actually buy it if I had the cash.
The boom
What a
boxes on the
waste. I
shelf
could buy
look
board
well
games.
loved and well traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says,
Can we get some
Stereo
disco
8
music for this
approved.
Disco Elysium?
This is you. Golden orange.
Oh my god, I forgot my name was Golden Orange.
Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Upkeep. This Stereo 8 approved machine here.
Is the Harman Welshie W2.
Equip
Made in
this to play
Vespa,
tapes.
Designed in Seoul. Plays all
That is so cool.
reel-to-reel formats. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
Are you sure this is all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech. Found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
What I really want to know is, could this device come in handy in my police work?
If police work means playing tapes, sure.
Oh.
You can use it for that.
I don't think
Or
this is
any
going to
other
have plot
time you'd
relevant.
need to play a tape.
Potential plot relevant. Okay, next up the shelf of garden gnomes.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest
Close
of the
enough.
trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms.
I hate that
All
noise
are
we're hearing.
stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find
It's like
something
really bugging
pretty
me.
and cool here.
Oh
You see
god.
rows of toy try to find something pretty and cool here. Then use it to win her back.
Win her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine.
Pick the knights on horseback.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks. The kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
But they?
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
Pick the blue
They're not
uniforms.
all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
Wait, this looks like Renee. The old guy was playing
This is what the
midnight.
royalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Are these royalist soldiers?
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright
Wow.
colours indiscriminately.
You have any D&D minis? Like a cool orc? Or a dwarf? Or an elf? Maybe something really out there, like a Goliath? Or an Aarakocra? What if we go crazy? What if, hear me out, an Owlin? Even Owlin? No. An auto gnome? Come on, don't make me think of more obscure races than this. I can't do it. Okay, what's this figurine?
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their
Makes
poverty has
sense.
been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
Why is this scuff scuffing? I actually have no clue. It's like my upload gets throttled for like a minute. Whatever, I'll be out of this house by the end of the month. And we'll see what real internet's like. Back. Guess who's back?
It's meant to give people hope. Even we can do it.
Maybe.
Okay, let's look.
Everything you pick out seems faded, chipped, and sad somehow. Most of them are just broken toys.
Aw. A failure.
If you don't mind, please put the flashlight away. Some of us have photonic sensitivities.
Photonic sensitivity is not generally acknowledged by the medical establishment.
Oh my god, he's the first person to respond to me shoving a flashlight in his face.
Alright, sorry about that.
I do appreciate it.
Wow. Finally. Someone mentioned it.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
But I should have sold a gun to you, like, a few days ago.
What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Or I feel like I'm interrupting you.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People
I'm probably
who are
one of those.
terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Honestly, I think some of your sections are more tasteful than others.
It keeps me entertained.
Electrochemistry 12. Oh.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
Wait, what a copper type?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Full cop. Oh, I was gonna be on the superstar cop.
That is only a ludicrous daydream. Guess again. You're the...
Full cop?
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we?
Won't the other copper types be jealous?
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine.
No.
Don't worry. They'll be super, super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual Copo type from sorry to anything.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million. That won't happen.
Alright, I just wanted some things to help me with my electrochemistry. I can make one real quick check.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Very high, and if yes, what is Roy on?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of
Yes.
light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Parolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Irrelevant? What kind of Pokemon is that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Is it just me or is it really warm in here?
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
No judgment, just curious. Probably did loads of adrenaline before I lost my memory.
I've had to take it, you know, since the People's Pile cleanup. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
People's Pile, what's that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too.
Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade you're part
We
of.
were an all-volunteer force. Self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill. I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
He looked at his throwing light and stopped.
Must have been tough, radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. And why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment. And early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
He sighs and shakes his...
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor. Hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
How'd you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forberg as I can.
Okay, that's
still in
kind
the
of funny.
same city, but
thanks for telling
I
me.
like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Let's take off my gloves. And internalize a complex situation inside my head.
Coach physical instruments.
Oh, this is gonna be real negative, isn't it?
Wait, how did you know all those hammer throw techniques? How do you know how to hold a discus? Or the world youth record in discus? Something doesn't
Encyclopedia is one of
This
the more
mushy
useful
thing between your
skills.
ears didn't know the
Maybe it's
name
only
of the
useful because
city
I'm good at
you're
it, so I
in,
always see a
but
pass.
it comes loaded with trivia about the correct chin position of a shot put ball. Could it be that? Shut up, namby-pamby. This train of thought ends abruptly. It's leg day. Straighten your rhombus muscle.
I'm
It's
a
shirts
jock
versus
now.
skins. Take your shirt.
I'm a jock now. They just keep getting worse. Rigorous self-critique might be useful. Wait, +2 if the shirt slot is empty. ironically, my share was already giving me one. So. Wow. Become the kind of person you hate.
Hello,
Yeah.
hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Get a share of Phyrilodon with me.
You said you done it before, yeah?
It's almost like he's worried for you. The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Looks like he doesn't
I'm not
want
gonna do
to
it.
get involved. He won't be your knock, but he won't be thrilled about this either.
I think I tried it once and liked it.
Here you go, man.
It presents a large cap-shaped object on the palm of his hand, very odd looking.
Actually, I changed my mind. I don't need any Phyrilodon. Thanks for
Refuse to take it.
I respect your decision, officer. What else can I help you with?
He's something I like to sell.
Let me have a look.
I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Oh, these are just for pawning. Don't even help me get a room for the night yet.
I'd like to sell my
I'm
clothes.
not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Another time, perhaps.
I can't sell the photo.
Might be able to help aid in our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Then you know we get corpse out of a tree.
The corpse behind the hostel, I assume. I don't have a truck with a mounted platform or anything of that sort myself. Ask around the harbour. There might be some workers there who'd be willing
No one
to
wants to help.
Know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
He doesn't know anything.
Actually, that's all
The
I've got.
pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colours.
By the way, do you have any guns like the ones carried by officers in Milshire?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple
What?
days back.
Yeah.
This is a pawn shop,
No.
and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God. The lieutenant
And I'm out of
shifts
that.
from one foot to another, alert.
Wait, I sold you my gun.
You
I wonder if I came here on the first day, if it would still be here.
You were adamant about getting rid
Like,
of it.
I'm
officer.
unsure how much.
Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Like, I'm unsure. Obviously, things change between the days, but I don't know if stuff like this is actually day relevant.
And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
Was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman. Although she kept referring to herself as a pig. Which was odd.
Pig?
I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive. But
The look
I
of it,
was
someone
just
obsessed
happy
with
to
cops.
get rid of it. And of her.
Weird.
Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
I'm sorry I sold my gun.
Yeah, it's not good. I do hope we manage to clean this mess up somehow, while also keeping our focus on the murder investigation.
Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle
Okay.
in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope
Right.
you luck upon her somehow.
At least now I know I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
XP.
Sure thing. Sure, man.
Have you recorded the Coldo Mardark?
The Coldima Madakwa. Sorry.
Oh.
I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds. Or birds, for that matter.
Well, I wouldn't have guessed that you know what the Coldo Mardark is.
That's fair. I just...
Where it's just a gun.
It's been a long time since my
Yeah.
Coldima Madakwa hunting
Okay,
day.
I
Once knew a group of young
am a
musicians
jock
who
now.
decided
I
they
don't need a
didn't want
gun.
to play music anymore and started looking for all kinds of interesting sounds instead. This was before, you know, lost touch with them after all of that.
Sounds so cool.
Cool or not, one of them was obsessed with recording the
Did he do it?
And he was one of those passionate people who know a lot about all kinds of strange things. So he got the rest of us to join in his search.
And did you ever find it?
We thought we did. We got together all these recordings of unusual sound patterns, compared them, cut them up and combined them into the Symphonia Coldimamadatqua.
There's no very specific.
That really wasn't the point. After the Symphonia, we moved on to the sounds of
if I
office
buy
supplies
the
or something
audio,
like that.
audio player,
And
I can probably
doubt
give
any
it to
of
the
us
old
would have
lady,
been any
can't
good
I?
at pushing papers.
I'll listen to it.
Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my
Oh.
old life. None at all. But I do have a tape with some ultrasonic sounds that might be what you're looking for.
Starts rummaging through some tapes behind the counter.
Do we really have time for this?
The net bird song.
This recording comes from down the coast. Wasn't looking to record anything specific. Just left a recording device there one morning.
Ooh.
Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make sounds well over 200 kilohertz audible to the human ear. It will be strange.
He switches on the tape player because we're in the middle of hum.
As the hum grows louder, modulating but always unnaturally uncomfortably low, like it's coming not from the speakers, but also from inside your chest. Breathing is becoming difficult. Not good, not
Oh
good.
my god.
You're about to start suffocating. You have to stop this. There's a growing sense of dread. The sound is coming from inside you.
Oh my
but also
gosh.
surrounding you. It feels as though someone is standing just
In my
outside
original
your
build, I
range
would
of
have died
vision
from that.
and watching you, doing this to you. He nods to you, reassuringly, just as more diverse, higher-pitched sounds, some random, some appearing to form patterns, hit your eardrums. Seabirds most likely, gulls and such.
Whoa.
There he goes.
And skewers, but
He raises a pointed finger and inclines his head towards the speakers. New high-pitched shivering sound.
A low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You are mesmerized by the sounds, but also feel nausea welling up as the motif continues, then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank.
you know, now that I've listened to it on these
Wow.
new speakers, it's not the Coldimamadatqua. Wrong patterns, wrong photons. Probably some insect trying to sing higher than its predators can hear. Still, fascinating, aren't they?
Yeah.
Early morning sounds.
My other bits take care of now.
Wow. What an interesting journey. Okay, you guys still out? Guy still out here?
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Okay, let's pull it
You
then.
pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then
Nothing.
nothing happens.
Push it harder.
Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the silence of the situation.
Lieutenant hums himself while steering your activities.
A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
What do you have to say, man?
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man
My brother.
hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old
Salami!
knife. His eyes are fixed on a man
My
stranded
God.
on the other side of the waterlock.
My
and
brother.
on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
First things first, what you doing here, man, on the waterlock?
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
Your name, friend.
The corner of your
Little
eye,
1-1
you
salami.
see a man
The greatest
in a yellow
emote you guys
shirt
haven't unlocked
and
yet.
grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer?
You know what caused this wreckage?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Rivershell.
The words daredevil driver sound ominous to you.
How ominous.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
What's with the lever that does nothing?
It's supposed to operate the waterlock, but as noted, it's all junk right now. Disabled because of the blockage.
Why is it disabled?
Safety measure. Turns out the panel needs a special key to be reactivated. Wouldn't want anyone moving the waterlock with debris still in the channel. It'll be restarted on Wednesday morning. You want to do the honors when the time comes?
Do I ever?
Great! Just drop in on Wednesday if you want to see the waterlock at work. They say the canal crew will be here at 7:15.
He cuts a fresh slice from his salami.
The coast part of the map is inaccessible until the 3rd day.
You know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though.
Ooh.
There always seems to be something wrong with it.
Keep things for a moment.
Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Chad, this is the most important question in my life.
Can I have some of that salami?
Sure thing.
He cuts off a slice of
Want
salami.
some too, officer?
Here's the lieutenant.
Why not?
The lieutenant ponders for a moment, then decides to go. He takes a slice of salami from the man and chews on it. What a great character. What a great character. Right, I'm basically out of stuff to do now. Hey, I heard the thing.
Hello, dear. I didn't notice you at first.
The waterlock on the canal is broken, so your husband's probably just stuck on the other side of the coast.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock?
Probably just some technical problem.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast,
will do.
Please do keep an eye out for my husband. And
Not
if you
even
see
check. I
him,
know, right?
Let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
Bye, Sam. I'll let him know you're here. When or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Hey, what can we actually do here? I'm not drinking booze. I have to talk to more drivers. Seriously? Did I miss a driver somewhere? I've talked to you. No one here. Definitely talk to you, Grandma.
Loman.
Unless I'm like missing a path somewhere. Like, I doubt there's any here on the other side of the gate. Wait,
You
what's
see
this?
several packaged raincoats
Oh.
fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants
They didn't
and
used to have
juice
these.
bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
What's that?
What is what? It's a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only $4.
Nope.
The tear machine stands. Your bottles climb.
Okay. We still have the option of breaking into the, breaking into that place. Or internalizing becoming a racist. Not great options. To be honest. TBH. Bye. For real. Wait, can I?
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
He says in a quiet voice despite the cold. His shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
Fine, Summon. Speak up. This is the police.
There's no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice.
He says Sotovo.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
He asks you adjusting his shirt.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Looks like you got a good view of the world in his backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
Did you?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Lieutenant takes a look down.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
What? He looks around the courtyard again. Rain patters on the windowsills and dead houseplants. Late to do them any good.
It'll take more than rain to bring this place back to life.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
What kind of friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the grey sky, the neighboring windows are streaked with rain.
You tell me your name.
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
That's definitely not his real name.
You're not actually called Martin Martinez, are you?
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
He scans courtyard sound like the bottom of a well. Every sound captured and reflected black.
No.
They'll talk later.
We won't.
He takes one last drag of a cigarette before stubbing it out on the
Now,
balcony.
if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Yes! This is my build.
This
Imagine if I
isn't the
screwed it
place or
up.
Time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains?
I'm just trying to make things okay. Can we meet somewhere else?
For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes, compassion, and a hint of understanding.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
Voice is soft and deliberate. With a flick of his wrist, he sends cigarette butts sailing over the rail.
Hold on. What's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
Walks away. Finally. Finally, my charisma build.
He's gone.
We should run after him, Siri.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
We just give up.
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that?
Yeah. I thought you didn't see it while you were
attention
speaking.
to that stone right over there.
Legit nods towards some rock on a soggy patch of grass.
If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
Right, let's do that.
Is this where the key is?
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it.
No.
There's a key beneath it,
Whoa!
rusty from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity he doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments, and the man can be in any of them.
How are you gonna find the right one?
We'll just have to go in and see.
Oh, yeah. Everybody, these I click on, I get 10 cents. Unlodging money on authority? I would like logic at the cost of authority, though. I'm not intimidating at all. Yeah, focus on what skills I do have, give up on the rest. Hello? Dave, good call. Good shot. Falcon's given some kind of slime. We're $10 away from being able to afford a room. If I actually hadn't bought that book on cockatoos, we might have been able to make it. Someone's drawing a 5-pointed star on the wall.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
I'm in the
It's
padlock.
a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it.
On for a little snip snap.
You seem committed to it, so go on.
No reply.
Okay.
What are you?
No!
You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really not working.
I'm about to die of morale.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eaten them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation.
Am I gonna die?
Wasted my life protecting humans that don't deserve
I don't
it.
dispute that you have been charged with protecting the people of a particularly challenging district. But poverty does not make one a loser. Poverty is just poverty.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman." When asked to comment, former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. "It's because the Furrows lost that match," said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. "It's because he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions, and anyway, police work really burns you out after a while," Satellite Officer Jean-Vic Mayer, the deranged former cop's partner, commented.
We were doing so
Sergeant
well.
Matt Torser, another former colleague, did not
I
propose
just kept
any
losing
theories,
and losing and
merely
losing.
saying, whatever happened to him wasn't about birds. He got fucked.
Makes me
that's
regret taking those 3% chances I took. An idea with with the quick save bit. You're a real hero with that quick save. You single-handedly kept the run alive. At least managed to go back like half an hour worth of progress. Right, so I'm curious now. Is it preceded?
This door has been. It's a solid.
You seem committed to it, so.
The shackle
No, it's
snaps
not.
like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you, detective.
Very, very hard to click in here. Dirty scenes from those.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged
Looks
man
of critical
with
theory.
impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Marzov.
The mother of the hero of the working class.
Salute.
Whoever lives here definitely shares your enthusiasm.
He leans closer to the photos of revolutionaries on the
There
wall.
aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Why does this den have a bust of Krasmanov in their room?
The White Star, the photos on
XP.
the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
Whoever lives here needs to learn how the economy actually
I
works.
suspect that's exactly what they are trying to do.
He leans closer to inspect the economics book on the table.
There aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution.
Revolutionaries love to pose with the guns. A bullet. Ooh, conceptualization jacket. I love my suggestion jacket. A half-light. I'm already so bad at it. Conceptualization's useful though. The suggestion is... Conceptualization's been on average. But... I love suggestion. I'm like real nervous about dying now.
You hear someone walking
Wow,
around
code. You don't
inside,
even know the command?
rearranging the furniture. The
Wow.
number on the panel says 10. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side. A poor communard from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
What? That's not the dialogue.
Is the police open up?
Do I have to open the door?
You hear the clack of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door, her tones knocking and defensiving.
Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason. A poor communard.
Do you have
Let's go.
It's generally...
Oh, I tried. That's the lady who wouldn't let me in. Oi.
Give me a moment.
Now the lady's leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
Oh.
You alright? Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry
Drink
about
water.
me.
Hey, Pie. You got it.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the
hug.
floor plan and the residence.
Who are you?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Olivia?
If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
Oh.
She hasn't spoken to
What's the
anyone for
gotcha?
a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
Oh, load. We have a gotcha machine. And as you can see above my head, there's a bunch of different rewards. Yeah, the green gets you a one of the channel redeems, like 10 push-ups or do a voice, whatever. One of them gives you a 10 pull, and the gold unlocks a new emote. I made 15 new emotes for chat, and so far chat have rolled 5 of them, which I'm sure Coda can show you. Yeah, it's just a fun way to get the new emotes. Because we like gotcha machines, they're fun.
Oh, I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, smoker on the balcony.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil.
Speaking of which.
Right?
Coda, when you say go or post an emote, the gotcha machine will roll. Show Pi what a golden bull looks like. Make him proud.
Butter, butter, ba, 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 ba.
Oh.
Ba, ba, ba,
Wow, you guys have gotten very unlucky tonight.
ba.
As a collective, no one's rolled above a blue.
Boop.
And you got a golden carrot. Enjoy.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying.
That's
You
a strange
hear a
gold.
radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a
What do you mean?
What's he in trouble for?
Drew myself. What's weird about it? Oh, you redeemed a gotcha pull. Okay, when you say go or post an emote, the gotcha machine will go. Oh, and if you do a 10 pull, you get an additional 1 pull. If you yeah. And now you got the emerald carrot. Another red.
No trouble, I just want to talk to him. You know where he lives.
Talk?
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
I have a few questions about those apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
One of the residents on vacation, the mailbox is overflowing.
People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
They probably just moved or died. Hopefully somewhere else.
Hopefully.
Who lives in apartment 10?
No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
Oh, I talked to someone through the door.
Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there.
People eyeing the hallway.
Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you?
Sure, I'll go see what I can find.
Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
Who lives behind the padlocked door?
Oh, that one is a scientist. A future scholar.
Suddenly the old lady's face is beaming.
I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's
Wow.
good. I always tell them to study.
Astrology?
Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
Okay. This will be exciting.
You mean the star and antlers? I think that's the symbol of communism.
The symbol of what now?
You know, the ones who support the working class against capital.
Huh. I thought Revachol was the capital.
My God.
What can you tell me about Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still...
Okay.
She leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
It's all thanks.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into...
I'm off.
Okay, so she about to break into here now. Legally.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
This farm is supposed to be empty. Did you break in here?
Excuse me? Of course not.
There's no sweet talking your way in there. Be official. You have plenty of reason to enter.
I don't need a warrant if I suspect there's been a break-in.
Oh, come on.
There's a pause before you hear the door being unlocked.
Well, that was easy.
That was smart.
Lieutenant says, nodding towards the unlocked door. A blister pack of medicine picks out of the box. You should take it.
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not
Okay.
breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
Eugene calls a set of keys in her hand.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
Let's figure the passport.
It feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with shorter hair inside, along with all her personal details. Be friendly.
Nice haircut.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour.
What are you doing here?
I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place.
Reprehensible. Who lived here?
It was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent.
He stops, hesitating.
A sudden serious look crosses her face. This story didn't have a happy ending.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry.
A glimpse of foreclosed apartment down the hallway.
Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
She snaps her fingers.
The sum must have been puny.
My money's also disappeared, I think.
Well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it.
It couldn't have been that much money. These apartments look pretty shabby.
These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million real view of the bay.
Wow, she's good.
Ventilation, neighbors, life, spark, and they are affordable. I'll tell you, Martinez has a future.
Wow.
In a few years,
If I wasn't going to be sleeping on the street
artists
tonight,
and creatives and those
it
radio
would be
computer
so
wizards.
interesting.
Wait, what happened with the wall?
Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both. Of course.
Investigate apartment 10. Plus 1 to indirect modes of taxation. Wait. Oh my god, I need to study that next. Plus 3 morale. That is great. Which one of these was 10 again? Oh wait, there's something here. Exit. Oh, it's in the balcony. Okay. I didn't realize I'd gone up a floor. Oh, we're so close to being able to afford somewhere to sleep. Oh, that's blue. Just a door, nothing for you here now. I assume I broke into this? Okay, I need to check this back out. I'll finish checking inside first. Then does this lead to the other door you wouldn't let me in earlier? Yeah. The other balcony.
Ruination has come.
Oh no.
The broken
Oh
arches
God.
betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
Form a guess about what
A
happened.
great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed. And they had a direct firing line.
Taking the ocean.
The waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscure the better part of the remains. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean.
Look at the ruins in the water.
Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
Who did this? This damage?
The fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels. They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water.
XP as
far
well.
in the northeast. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol. Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 co-aligned archers.
Keep passing
they
me.
will reach the city in 58 seconds.
Again, no shout our city.
The coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here.
Okay. I'm just here to loot things. Hey, look, I'm up here with you now.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
It's right, we've evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
Thank you.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
That heavy fuel oil?
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
Say he's studying the contents in his bucket.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
Better hand it over.
Or what? You'll push me off this ledge and pry the bucket from my dead hands? I ain't no...
Actually...
We weren't put on the...
Talked about this before.
The woman.
That is on her.
Yeah.
Someone's got to keep an eye on her. On a first-name basis with her, are we?
Oh.
Piggy's moving up in the world.
All the negativity.
Have you got a crush on her?
Okay, screw you. I cannot put up with teenagers. Oh my god, we're so close. Someone lives back there. If I sell everything I have on me, we can pay rent. Oh my god. We can sleep under a roof tonight. I really thought buying the Hokuto book really screwed me over. I was doing recently, Cindy. I thought it was the cleaning lady. Oh. Trash, but... Oh. $5 dues. Chat, we're rich. We're rich. I'm never gonna have to discover what it's like to sleep out on the street. Incredible. Not homeless. Granted, we're screwed again tomorrow, but...
What happened?
Well, now?
Can't foreclose on an apartment with a hole in the wall.
It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, nothing of great value remains here.
Keep the stuff in the fridge.
Indeed.
What's in the fridge? The 20 cents that pushed us over the line. Okay. Hello.
What now?
Who lived in the foreclosed apartment out of the way?
Oh, that's another huge mess. And again, a whole...
The sum must have been puny.
Don't ask both apartments, of course.
Okay. Need to talk to you.
Give me a moment.
The clean lady still seems to have difficulty breathing.
I didn't find any counterculture people in apartment 10. Just a real estate agent setting up the room for new tenants.
I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
Yeah, radio computer wizards are coming. They're going to save the place and the economy.
Oh, I do like wizards. And people like that in general. They have a lot to tell us about our fate.
You're homeless, that's a problem for future Bun
She
Pog.
means clairvoyance.
Pog. Also, I reckon with my current skill, I might have a chance of jumping the gap.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words. The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why is the star upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social...
What's the deal with antlers?
The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time, above it.
Why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
What does it evoke in me?
Gone is the glory of hope. Only the scribblings of impoverished students remain in dirty hallways. You are the big communism builder now. It's you or no one.
I took damage because I'm a communist. Wow. What a sad fate. Anyway. This feels like a good time to end the stream. And if you're watching this on YouTube video as well. If you're watching this in the future, the next part's already out, so it's not really ending for you. This is just like the next second, and if you stick around this video another 10 seconds, an autoplay is gonna just like put you in the next video. Unless I failed to set up the playlist, in which case you'll be like, oh no. But goodbye.